welcome back to my channel. So today's video is a Q&A about all things wedding. I got you guys to ask me questions on my Instagram and I'm ready to answer. So if you are interested, if you want to find out all about my wedding, please keep watching. So I have enlisted the old iPhone so I can actually have a phone in front of me to read all these questions I've got, because I've got quite a few. So I got you guys to ask me questions on my Instagram about weddings and how planning is during a pandemic. So let's get on with the first one. So what is your dream wedding? My dream wedding is the wedding I've planned over the last 2 years. But the dream is having every single person we want there to be there. That is the dream. That is the ultimate goal. So that is my dream wedding. How does it feel to be getting married even though it's not how you imagined? Well, it's definitely been a challenge. It's definitely been interesting. It's been a lot of one obstacle after another. Originally we were meant to be getting married on 30th of June 2020, then that moved to 1st of May 2021, and then it's moved to 31st of July 2021. So it's definitely been interesting. I'm hoping this time around we can get the wedding we want and it will be as we planned, but we will see, we never know. But we will be grateful and, you know, be thankful regardless of what the situation is. So it is stressful, it is a lot to deal with, but you know, we take it in our stride. We're such a good team, Mike and I, and we just kind of roll with the punches, really. It has been stressful, but I'm also very grateful. I've got a lot to be grateful for, so yeah, I'm okay overall. First time it happened, when we had to move it, I wasn't happy. I was very depressed, but this time around I'm kind of just rolling with it. I'm like, what will be, will be. What's your venue like? So my venue is a woodland estate with a redwoods, which you get legally married in, and a barn where you have like the wedding breakfast and the party in. It's very open plan, beautiful country estate. It's huge, it's got loads of land. It's very outdoorsy, very country. It's beautiful and peaceful and rustic, and it's just like a fairy forest. That's what I would probably class it as. Do you have a theme? Probably a woodland theme, I would say, because all our table numbers are going to be woodland creatures. We're getting married in a wood, we're on a woodland estate, we're in a barn. So yeah, I think that's probably our theme. How did he propose? Well, Mike is such a little romantic. So basically, I got proposed to on the 24th of December 2018. I was at my mum's. He told me to go over to my mum's because he was wrapping up my Christmas present, so I went over, sat with my mum for a while. He then called me up and said, oh, can you come back over? I need to look at something. At that point, I was just about to eat my cake that my mum made me. And I was like, I'm gonna eat my cake. He went, no, just come over. It'll be really quick. You can go back and eat your cake in a minute. I was like, okay, fine. So I came in to the house. It was dark, apart from the TV screen was on and it said this way, pointing to the back door. And at that point, I thought I was getting a puppy. I was like, oh, he's got me a puppy. He's got me a puppy. He's outside of us. He's definitely got me a puppy. Didn't even think about him proposing to me whatsoever. Did not even come into my mind. But I came outside, there were candles all over the back garden. He had moulded copper wire lights into "Marry Me" on our fence. And he proposed to me out there. I cried for about 5 minutes before saying anything. And I insisted he'd been punking me, or it was a trick, or it was a prank. And then eventually I said yes, so that's how he proposed to me. Very overly dramatic crying for 5 minutes. Typical Megan. That is just typical me, isn't it? Crying. Such an emotional song. Ideal weather. Sunny, but not too hot. Definitely not raining. Preferably not too windy either, because otherwise flicking your hair out your face every 5 minutes. Nightmare. If you were having a destination wedding, where would you want it? See, this is where Mike and I would differ. I would want it in Walt Disney World, Florida. He would not. But I would love it to be like outside the castle. Like, that would be like so like cheesy and over the top though, wouldn't it? But like, if that was like in an ideal world, probably would choose to go and get married to Walt Disney World, Florida. What are you most excited about? Getting married to Mike, number one. And number two, wearing my amazing dress. Like, my dress is beautiful. My dress is stunning. My dress is a dress of dreams, and my shoes just looking all glam, getting all my just excited to look beautiful like a princess. Like, I'm so excited to wear my dress. And of course, marrying Mike is like the main thing, isn't it? Just becoming Mrs. Scully, like, yes, I will be wifey. So exciting. Do you have a theme? Yes, woodland theme, as I said to the other question. Are you making anything DIY for your wedding? P.S. Love you too, girl. No. I wish I was gonna say we're like really DIY and really good with like making things. No, we've hired decorators, we've hired people for tableware, catering, the whole 9 yards. I'm not a DIY person, I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry to disappoint you all. Has it been stressful waiting for updates every couple of weeks in the government? Oh my god, yes, it has been stressful, but we've rolled with it. We've rolled with everything that they've thrown at us. Like every week it changes, every month it changes, and you're just like, come on, please just give us something. And obviously with the announcement that happened this week on the Monday, him obviously putting out the roadmap for the year gave us so much hope. And obviously I was so lucky to be able to move my date to the 31st of July, like so lucky, because our original date this year was the 1st of May, and that would have only been 15 people, and that wouldn't have worked. So it has been stressful. Like the Tuesday after the announcement, my sister and I were ringing everybody. We were trying to rearrange a whole wedding in a day, and we did it because we're bosses. I should just be a wedding planner, shouldn't I? I should be a wedding planner. Has been stressful, has been emotional, has been a bit of a roller coaster, but it's all going to be worth it in the end because I get to marry my best friend and I get to have my dream wedding. Hopefully in July it will be perfection and we can have everyone we want there. Were you worried on how you were going to decide on who was going to be there? Oh my god, yes. If people tell you it's easy to choose who's coming to the wedding, they are lying. They are lying. Trying to narrow a guest list down is so hard and stressful. People will not understand. I had falling outs with people who were my friends, but they weren't like close friends. Like when you're picking a wedding guest list, you pick people who you associate with the most, who you're really close to, who you see all the time, who you're really like, I don't know, just you're social with. But then people who don't speak to you for like 2 years expect to be invited, and it's like, well, no. And it does get difficult. People do get really offended. So I'm just warning you now, it's going to be stressful. And some people are going to be upset they're not invited. But unfortunately, if your venue has a cap on guests, and obviously it's a lot of money, you have to be a bit brutal. You have to be brave and make those hard decisions, unfortunately. So yes, I was worried, and I was worried when I was doing it. Still worried now about upsetting people. You know what I'm like, I don't want to upset anybody. So yeah, it was worrying. How did you propose? I've already answered that one. In the garden, candles, the whole 9 yards. What's your dream wedding? The wedding, as I said, the wedding I've planned for the last 2 years. That's my dream, with everyone there. How has planning a wedding been during a pandemic? Oh, it's been a freaking roller coaster, as I've said before. It's like so much going on at once. Like you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what the rules are going to be. You don't know what's happening. You don't know whether you're going to have to wear a mask. You don't know how many people you're allowed. Like it's thrown everything at us. It's been stressful and kind of exciting in a way, because I swear to God, my sister and I being able to replan our whole wedding this Tuesday again for the second time, I was so impressed with us. We did an amazing job. Like, as I said, I should be a wedding planner. Like, it has been stressful, exciting, a roller coaster. That's the only way I can explain it. It's a roller coaster. Do you have a guest limit? Yes, the venue has a limit of 100 people, so obviously it has to be within that 100. So we couldn't have any more than that, so that was our limit. Is menu ordering different? Are you allowed buffet style, or does it need to be table served? Well, the way we've arranged our meal to be served is family style. So the guys would bring out the food, put everything on the table in the middle. People could take whatever they wanted, serve up their meat, potatoes, sides, whatever. And it was just like sharing is caring sort of style. I don't know what that's going to be like. Hopefully by July we'll be allowed to do that sort of thing, but we may have to alter the way we do it. But there's no like set way you have to do it. But obviously during this sort of pandemic time, you don't really know what you'll be allowed to do. Will you have to wear a mask? I'm not really sure. If we were going to have gone ahead with the May 1st date like we'd originally planned, instead of changing it to 31st July, we probably would have had to wear a mask. I don't know in July whether we will, so I don't know. I'm sorry, I wish I could answer that. How many guests can you have? Up to 100 is our max for our venue, so up to 100. What are you most excited for? Again, as I said, marrying my best friend, wearing my beautiful dress. So excited about that. Like, oh, it's a dress of dreams. Do you have a specific theme you're going with? Again, like I said to the other two girls, woodland themes, probably what I would class our theme as. Do you have your dress? Yes, I do have my dress. I actually bought it November 2019. And I went to 2 bridal shops in total, both in Brighton. And the dress I picked was a Stella York dress. It was the designer I really wanted for my dress. I tried on about 6 or 7 different Stella York dresses. This was a Stella York dress, and that was the one I wanted. It was the perfect dress for me. So yes, I do. It's sitting in my wardrobe at the moment, waiting for my fitting in April. And that will be my final fitting. Ooh, heartburn. Colour scheme ideas. Okay, my colour scheme is white and pink. So very simple, very classic, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Themes you love but won't be using. See, I wanted to go with the Disney theme, but of course I've got to be on the same level, haven't we? We've got to sort of work together on this. I can't just go, yes, Disney everything. You know how much I love Disney, but I did want a Disney theme. I wanted to put all the tables as Disney movies or characters, have a Disney-ish cake. Wasn't gonna happen, so we compromised and won the woodland theme instead. Are you happy in a way you have more time to plan your wedding? In a way, yes, I am. Also, more time to lose weight and look perf, yes. But yeah, in a way, it's kind of good to have that time, especially because everything was going to be so last minute. If we kept it on the 1st of May, it was going to be so last minute because we don't know how many people were going to come. We didn't know how much tableware to rent. Like, it was a nightmare. So in a way, yes, I'm kind of relieved. Is the thought of getting married scary? No, for me, it's not. I've always wanted to get married. Being married has always been on the table for me. I love Mike so much. I have no doubt in my entire being that I want to marry Mike at all. So I'm not afraid to marry Mike. I cannot wait to be his wife. I'm not frightened at all. I'm excited and ready to, you know, go on after we get married to the next steps in our lives and just be together until we're grey and old. So no, I'm not scared. What was the one thing the pandemic kept you from having that you wanted? Like maybe you wanted to have a specific floral arrangement but the flowers were unavailable. Okay, actually, I had everything I wanted until this week where I had to rearrange it. The decorators can't decorate the venue on the actual date. They can do it the night before, which is fine. But my original neon sign and my original post box is going to another wedding, so I had to choose a different sign and a different post box. So originally I wanted a neon happily ever after sign. Someone else is having it on the day before, so I had to choose a different one. So I chose Just Married instead because that was the one they had available, and I chose a gold glass box for the post box instead of the rustic post box I wanted. So yeah, I had to sacrifice those, but that's okay. Two little things in the grand scheme of things. Considering I've got a summer wedding now, I think I'll count my blessings. Do you have any rules for your wedding? Okay, obviously I think this is probably the most universal rule. No one is to wear white but me. Don't even dare step foot in my wedding in white. That's the only rule I have. Don't turn up in white. It's so rude. Like, I'd never ever turn up in white at someone else's wedding. Like, no. That's a sin. Oh my God, that's the only one I can think of. Literally nothing else. Everything else I'm chill about. Just the white. Don't be coming to my wedding in white. You will be booted out. I'm joking, you probably won't, but I will glare at you. God, I sound like a bridezilla, but no white. Has the pandemic made it hard to be excited for your wedding? It hasn't. Like, when we had to rearrange it the first time around, I was so nervous and frightened what was going to happen, so it was hard to be excited then. But no, I'm still excited. I'm still excited regardless of what's going to happen. I just want to get married to my soulmate, and I'm just excited to get married in general, and I think summer's going to be hopefully much better for everybody, so I'm very excited. It has made it a little hard sometimes, but overall, I'm still excited. Oh my God, I'm so nosy. I want to know it all. Theme, bridesmaid, dress colours, venue. Okay, so theme I've already said, woodland theme. Bridesmaid dress colours, they are wearing a very pale pink, like a blush tone pink dress. And the venue is Two Woods Estate in Pulborough, which is in West Sussex, where I live. What dress do you want? How many guests? Are you worried COVID will ruin it? Okay, what dress I want? I have my dress already. I bought it in 2019 in November, and it's exactly the dress I wanted. It is a fitted dress. It's beautiful. It's got a lot of detail on it. It's just stunning. Obviously, you will have to wait and see the dress, guys. I'm not telling anyone or showing any hints. You're not going to see it. I'm sorry. Secrets. How many guests? I can have up to 100, but at the moment I think we have 82. Are you worried COVID will ruin it? I am and I'm not. So already we've rearranged it twice. We didn't have our original day. Like, COVID's kind of thrown everything upside down anyway. I don't think COVID can ruin anything because COVID can't take away love. COVID can't take away a union. Like, if we have to have a smaller wedding, then fine, so be it. But no, I don't think it will ruin it. No, I don't think so. Where are you getting married? As I said, the Two Woods Estate in Pulborough, West Sussex. It's a woodland estate with a woods and a barn. Beautiful. Wedding theme, again, woodland themed. I really should have screened these before I looked at them. There's multiples, it doesn't matter, it's fine. What's it like having to pause your wedding due to the pandemic? In the beginning, it was very heartbreaking. I'm not going to lie, the first time we had to pause it, it really, really hurt me. Like, my heart broke, because we'd put all that effort in the year before to plan it all, pay it all off, have it all organised and sorted, and then COVID came along and smacked all of my dreams out of my hands. Like, it was awful the first time around. I really was very depressed that the first time we had to rearrange. But now I'm just kind of adapting. I've learned to be flexible. I've learned to be more relaxed, more calm. Like this week when he did the announcement on the Monday, I was really calm. My family rang me up upset that they wanted to come to the wedding desperately, and if we could move it, could we? I was really calm and collected. I took, you know, the situation into my hands. I just got on with what I needed to do. So it's been stressful, but it's also taught me how to handle every possible situation. It's made me grow as a person. So that's what it's been like. How long did it take to find your dress? Okay, so I went to 2 bridal shops in Brighton, and they were a couple of weeks in between. I tried on every dress in the first bridal shop. I liked one in the first bridal shop, but not loved. And then I went to the second bridal shop, which had all the Stella York dresses, which is the designer I wanted. And I was, you know, in love with that dress. It took, I think I tried on about 8 dresses in that shop. So it took about an hour and a half, and then I picked the dress that I picked, and I tried it on twice to double check I really, really wanted it. So probably overall it was over a few weeks, but in that one setting and that one fitting that I had in that store, it took me about an hour and a half. What are you most looking forward to after being married? Our honeymoon. I'm hoping we can finally go to Walt Disney World. Like, can we have my honeymoon now, please? Come on, let me go to Disney. I've bought so many custom ears, it's ridiculous. I have a whole pile of custom Disney ears now that I'm just accumulating. Why are you going to be the most gorgeous bride ever? Jazz, you're so sweet. I'm actually so nervous about how I'm gonna look on my wedding day. Like, I'm so nervous. Like, I'm dieting like a mad person, trying to keep my skin clear. I'm having a fit because those pictures are gonna be so many pictures. I'm stressed about it all, not gonna lie. Like, I'm such a perfectionist as well, so if it doesn't look the way I want it to look, I'm gonna cry. But that is so sweet of you. I hope I look pretty, and I hope I feel like a princess. So hopefully I'm the prettiest bride. Let's hope so, fingers crossed. And the last question is, what are you doing so your family can still come Zoom? Well, now that we've moved it to the 31st of July, I'm hoping we can still have all our family there. But what we were planning to do if we couldn't move in, it was going to be the 1st of May. We were literally just going to have like my mum, my dad, Mike's mum, Mike's dad, and our siblings. And then we were going to try and do like a Facebook Live or something along those lines, so people who weren't able to come could see. But I just don't think it would be the same, which is why we were so desperately trying to move it for the second time. And we were very, very lucky. Like, oh my God, I cannot believe my luck. So yeah, hopefully everyone can come. But if not, we probably will do some sort of Facebook Live, Zoom, some sort of feed. But hopefully everyone can come by summer. Fingers crossed we have perfect summer, guys. Come on, let's manifest it. Let's manifest it. So that is it for my wedding Q&A, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you do have any more questions for me that were not asked in this Q&A, just put them in the comment section below. I'll be more than happy to answer anything you want to ask me. If you guys like this video, please give it a massive thumbs up. Subscribe to my small channel and pop on the notification bell so you get notified when I pop up a new video. Anyway, guys, I love you guys so much. Thank you all so much for your support. And I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next one. Love you guys. Bye.